Hello and welcome back to the Novice Lumberjack, where I have been a long time gone. Lord, I ain't seen a rose since don't know. Whatever. They sound tired, but they don't sound haggard. Modern country music sucks. I like that song, but it's paying tribute to the old stuff and saying that modern country music sucks. Ah. I got this knife in Alaska. It's pretty awesome. I hate that I don't know right off bat, but I don't. I think it's Great North Alaskan Knives. Really nice knife. Really nice. Feels good in the hands, Damascus steel. I enjoy it. This right here is from Jason Block. He subscribed to the channel, and luckily for me, he watched the videos that I put out, or at least some of them, about the Husqvarna 55, which I'm sure you can now guess what that is. And he heard the call that I was looking for a closed port cylinder. I think that's the only thing in here. For a Husqvarna 55. Lo and behold, I do believe I now have a closed port cylinder for a Husqvarna 55. Which, if I'm correct, it's actually, they did some funny things, okay? I can't remember if they ever had a Husqvarna 49 or not, but I know they had a 50, a 51, and a 55. Now, the Husqvarna 50 was 44 millimeter bore by 32 millimeter stroke. Well, then they came out with that would have given you 49 cc's, 49 and some change, right? Very, very common sizing for back in the 80s for a 50 cc chainsaw, right? Because it fell, well, I don't know if that's why, but it fell in the 3 cube class. Damn, that's a nice one, Jason. That's in good shape, bro. That cleaned up nice. Check it out. Freaking stellar, dude. I didn't think it was going to be that clean. That's a really nice, good example of a 55. Freaking A, right, man? All right, so let me continue telling you. Oh, come on, spit it out, Bodie. The first ones were 50, a Husqvarna 50, and it was 44 millimeter bore, 32 millimeter stroke. Then they jumped up to a Husqvarna 51, which was 45 millimeter bore, 32 millimeter stroke. All right, all they're doing is giving a little bit bigger piston. And the 51 is special because 51, that's when they made the crankcases, the opening for your piston, the crankcase opening is bigger to fit the bigger piston. Well, at the same time, they made it big enough to fit a 46 millimeter piston. So if you have a 51, you can choose all 3 of the options. You can go with the 44 millimeter piston, you can go with a 45 millimeter piston, or the Husky 55 46 millimeter piston. They'll all 3 fit. I mean, of course, you have to have the right cylinder. Of course. Man, this is really clean, Jay. Thank you, bro. This is freaking clean. This is a nice saw. So, but with the 51, I think it started with the 51, but it might have started with the 55. I don't know. Either way, at some point during the run of this chainsaw, they decided to put a 45 millimeter closed port piston and cylinder from the Johnson Red 590 or the Partner 5000 Plus. Now I think the Partner 5000 Plus was 45 millimeter. It could have still been the 44 millimeter. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how that worked. I know there's a lot of people say that they're sure, but that's just because they read it somewhere on the internet like I do most of my information. The only people that can really be sure about this is the person that has a completely stock Partner 5000 and a completely stock Partner 5000 Plus. Either way, the point is moot. It doesn't matter. Some of this chassis got that Partner 45 millimeter closed port cylinder. And that is what this is. Now, it is saying that it's a 55. This probably is the stock cylinder, but who knows? Maybe it's not. Maybe this was added after the fact. But yeah, so they did a few different things. And what we're going to do with this puppy right here is we're going to break it apart. I'm stealing that cylinder. I'm taking it. It's mine. But I'm going to put it back together with a good open port setup. And that's going to be probably February's giveaway. All right? Probably February's chainsaw giveaway. Because the January giveaway saw, I'll probably want to do something sooner. And I want to test this. I want more time with this. So, let's see. Come on. What are we going to think, Bodie? Come on. What am I doing? I can't get it through my head what I'm doing. There we go. I got it now. So, what I'm going to be able to do is test whenever I put this one back together, it's going to be used, I'll be using a cylinder that I have right here currently. It's a 46 millimeter open port Chinese cylinder, cheap Chinese cylinder. All right. And I will put the steel 028 super piston in it because lots of people say that's the way to go. You can definitely get a lot more compression with that one. And I'll probably port it up a little bit. Haven't completely decided on that, but I probably will. Get this thing running good, give it away, but before I do, I'll be able to test it against my bone stock 55, completely bone stock, and the other 55 that I have, which is actually has a highway 46 millimeter closed port set up on it. Let's just do this. Yes, 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 yes. And then ultimately, I'll be able to build this cylinder and compare them all. See which one makes the most powers. Woohoo! More power, baby! So I've been gone a long time, huh? I've been gone a while. You guys haven't had any new videos for a few weeks, I think. Maybe just 2, I don't know. But yeah, it's been a long time. Thanks for hanging in there, guys. Darren Ritter, I can always count on you, big guy. Wait, you're not Darren Ritter, you're Doc. I am very excited about this. I haven't seen one of these cylinder setups before, so this is all new to me. Put that off to the side there. You know what? Let's take that off. Let's just take it. There we go. Almost got it. These things are so easy to work on. Jeez, it's ridiculous. I've never seen a fuel line like what's on this one. It's solid gray. I've only ever seen black and like the Tygon looking stuff. All right. So basically, I got this from Jason for the cost of what the cylinder was. Because once he found out that I would be building this and giving it away, then he was like, well, then I'll donate the saw, you know. The price I paid and the shipping and everything definitely covered his cost on the saw, and so good to go there. Come on. So the cylinder is supposed to be fried, but not so bad that I can't recover it. And we'll see how that goes. You know what? I always forget that. These 55s, it's always easiest, maybe borderline necessary, that you remove the starter cover because of the air injection system. The air injection, like hood or I don't know, tunnel, is it kind of gets trapped behind the recoil cover, and so you got to remove the recoil cover to easily take off that bulkhead and the air injection tunnel. Man, this is a nice clean saw. Somebody's going to get a nice saw with this one. Put this screw back so that I don't misplace it. And Bob's your uncle. All right. Oh, yeah, baby. True to his word, this should be pretty easily cleaned up. Small amount of aluminum transfer on there. Yeah, baby. Definitely got the windowed piston, and this is a closed port cylinder. It is a mile cylinder, and it has the crosses. I'll show you here in a second, but first I want to measure it out. Should be 45 millimeters. Where's my calipers? There they are. Actually, it should be slightly larger than 45 millimeters, I believe. No, we're right at 45 millimeters. So slightly under 45 millimeters, if anything. But then again, these are cheap calipers. But 44.97 millimeters. That's what we're showing here. Now let me show you. We need that flashlight, don't we? That's it. So you have your bottom transfer going up to the closed upper transfer. Let's see if I can do this here. There you go. Bam, bam. Closed transfers. It is the very typical for the time dual port setup where you have one transfer on each side. So this is it, guys. This is it. Thank you, Jason. Thank you, Jason. That's freaking cool. So this cylinder makes it just shy of 51 cc's. It's something like 50.8 or something like that. But most races, if you tell them, will still allow you to run that size as long as you don't hit 51, right? But whatever, that's regardless, you know, it's not important to me. Now, I will admit to some wrongdoing, Jason, and I hope that you'll smile with this. So he had asked me about it and said, this is the way I remember it. He said, I have one of these and I know that you want it. How much will you give me for it? I can't find a piston to save my life. Well, I withheld information because I don't believe he ever asked me if I knew where to find a piston. I don't think he did. And so I didn't tell him because I wanted it. But the reality is all you had to do is look up a Johnson Red 590 piston. Same thing. So I've already, now it's a Little Red Barn piston, I believe. I believe it's a Little Red Barn piston, and that sucks, you know, that really does. I would like it to be a Meteor piston, but it's not. So anyways, I might just clean this piston up and use it. I doubt it. I doubt it. It feels like it's probably going to have some deep grooves in there. It's rare that you can make the piston, salvage the piston, you know. But yeah, you need those windows. You need the windowed piston. Need it. Otherwise, you're blocking off the transfer from going into, you know, the fuel from the crankcase into the transfers. So, this is next up. Well, I don't know if it's next up, but it's going to be happening soon. I've already ordered a 590 piston for it, along with several other things. I've got a lot of projects going on all at once. But this, I'm going to go ahead and say it right here, right now. This is going to be February's chainsaw giveaway, and I'll be using this. It's a more common open port piston and cylinder setup for this chainsaw, and I will keep this to build for one of my own. So there we have it. But these things run great still, you know, especially like I'm gonna, I'll definitely, I think I still have the steel 028 piston. Should be able to make it work in here no problem. And that alone gives you a lot more compression and more torque. But I'll probably also port and polish it. You know, I just will. And we'll get a good solid runner out for somebody. But that's for February. Excuse me. So the very natural, I think, question to ask is, what's January's chainsaw giveaway going to be? Well, let me go grab it real quick. Poland 3300. So this is the one I got at pawn shop, and I'm going to try and get it running probably today or tomorrow. It won't be in this video for sure, but yeah, if I can get this going, I'm going to give this off to somebody, and I think I know who it's going to go to already, but we'll see about that. I don't want to mention anything. Maybe I'll do another giveaway. I'm thinking of sending this to an actual subscriber that's been around for a long time. That's who I'm thinking of sending it to. But because I understand, you know, not everybody wants these things. I think that they're kind of silly because they're actually very good saws. They actually run quite well and they're nice. But you know, a lot of people, they just have it in their thick skulls that all Polands are junk. And you know, if that's the case, that's the case. I'm not even going to try and change anybody's mind anymore. But I do have a subscriber that he likes these things, and maybe I'll send it to him. I don't know. Put it in there what you think, you know. I like the idea of every now and then giving to a subscriber that's been there for a while. I know I've had a couple of you guys suggest that to me, and I do like that idea. But we'll see. We'll see where it goes, and we'll see if we can get this thing to run. Heck, I may not even be able to get it to run. I don't know. I don't know. But I'm going to do what I can. Usually it works out. But until next time, your video for right now is done.